Hi, baby. Welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about the classes that you need to take in order to be a successful dancer. And if you're just starting out as a beginner dancer, how can you really elevate your skill set? So the first thing that I would do is take a foundational class, meaning every time that you get into class, you should not be worried about, oh, is the camera gonna be in the class? Do I look good? Da da da. Like those things really don't matter in a foundational class. A foundations class is basically a class where you are only solely focusing on the foundation of that genre that you are studying. So let's just say it's hip hop, right? If it was a foundational class, you guys will be going over different types of footwork, um, weight changes. It would be about the history of hip hop. That is a foundational hip hop class. The next is you want to take a choreography class, meaning this is a class where, yes, you may have fun, but also you just need to focus on retaining that choreography and delivering it at the end of the class. Meaning you get in there, you stretch, you warm up, blah, 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 and you get straight into the choreo. We're not doing any phrases to warm up. We're not doing none of that. It's just warm up and we're going to start on 7/8. Let's go. And that class is basically, it's supposed to help you retain choreography. Yes, fundamentals and foundations, you're going to learn about retaining choreography. However, to test that type of skills and the type of skills that you're learning from the foundational class is in your choreography class. So whatever you learn from your foundation class, you want to take it into your choreography class. Now, the third one and the final one is a fun class, meaning you don't have to worry about anything. And I recommend taking fun classes at least once or twice a week, depending on your schedule, of course. It's because sometimes, especially when dance is your full time job, dance can get very, very, very boring as far as like you're working so hard that the fun just gets taken out of it. You always want to remember why you are doing dance. So I recommend that you guys are doing fun classes too, where it's just easy. If you want to take a beginner intermediate class just to move your body, do it. Do it. Like I take a fun class every week for myself too. And it's like a little intermediate class because I never want to get to the point where I'm thinking about dance so much to where it starts to give me anxiety. So I always want to remember why I have a passion for dancing itself. Now, the mindset that you have to have when you're trying to succeed in these three types of classes, in your foundation and fundamentals class, you should never have a mindset of, I'm better than everybody in this class. That is not the type of class where you go in and you think that you are the teacher. No, you are always the student in any class, especially foundations, because the teacher may know something that you just don't know. The teacher is teaching you about history of hip hop or history of ballet or history of jazz. You may never know where jazz or ballet originated from, but you're learning. You always want to come into a foundations and fundamental class as the student. Put your student hat on. You are the student for the day. In your choreography class, you want to have this confidence going into choreography class because I know from experience, this is only me talking from experience. Going into a choreography class with little to no confidence will really impact the way that you dance. And the teachers can see it when you dance. Anything that you are feeling on the inside of yourself, you can see on the outside of yourself. I've said this before. You have to have this confidence when it comes to auditions, when it comes to music videos, shows, concerts, whatever you are doing. You want to have a certain type of confidence, a certain level of confidence that others can see. So, in a choreography class, you want to take everything that you have learned from the foundation and fundamental class and you want to implement it into your choreography class. choreography classes are very, very, very popular, especially in the commercial dance industry, just based off of the videography. Everybody is recording dance class now. Is it a bad thing? No. However, it can be a bad thing when you start to take advantage of that and just go to just choreography classes just solely based on building your resume. Because yes, all dancers need to build their Instagram as far as that being their resume. You need to have videos, you need to have headshots, you need to have pictures on there, just everything that describes who you are as a dancer and as a person. However, when it comes to choreography classes, don't go just solely based on, oh, I just need a video for my Instagram. No, you're taking the foundational skills that you have learned in your class that week in foundations and fundamental classes to implement into your choreography classes. And once you do that, you will see a difference of the way that you dance. You're not just soaking up all the information in your brain, but you're also soaking it up and implementing it into your schedule, your dance schedule, however you see it. And also, the fun class is just a fun class. You can either use the fun class to just let out different emotions, or you can also use the fun class to experiment. This is where you experiment. Fun classes are where you experiment. So I would say in my fun class, what I would used to do, and what I still do now, is I take the fun class and I will try to work on something that I know I'm not good at. Freestyling is what I'm not good at. So what I would do is I would use the fun class as my freestyle class. So if it's a beginner intermediate class, I'm like, okay, if I go in there, I need to focus on freestyling, meaning don't be jumping up and down until your count goes. No. If I'm moving 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, boom, and go into the movement instead of just, yeah, I'm having fun. And it's great to have fun, but also you want to learn as well. You don't want to make it too hard to where you're thinking about it like, oh my gosh, like I can't get it right. I can't get it right. But you also want to have a mentality when it comes to those fun classes where you're at least trying to grow in some way. So I hope you guys learned from this video today. These are the things that I've learned on my journey to becoming pro. Also, like and subscribe, please. Like and subscribe. All right, bye.
High volume. Am I really that much?